Hello and welcome to Bagel the Beagle, to Bagel's dog training videos. So in these videos, I'm going to show you how to work with Bagel, the hand cues I use, the verbal cues, how to keep practicing with him. When you watch these later, you can actually practice with him while I'm showing them to you, just so you can see exactly how the hand cues go. So when you're training him, when you give the cue, you want to say the word first and then hand signal second. So it would look like sit, right? So verbal cue and hand cue. Okay. When we're rewarding, the rewards should be really small. So a lot of times I'm just using his kibble. So it's super tiny. He will totally work for his dog food. If you go out to public spaces or anywhere where distractions are big, or maybe you have friends over, then you could use maybe a more meatier treat, something that's a little stinkier. So like here I have this little soft meaty treat, but even then I'm going to tear it up into little tiny pieces. Good, and you can always just have mostly his food and mix some of the other treats in there with it. A treat pouch helps. I try to wear my treat pouch on the back, right? So that it's kind of back here, not right here saying like, hello, we're training. Yeah, and I guess one thing, so Bagel's been amazing. Like everywhere I took him, people just like fell over themselves to say hello to him. Everybody thought he was just the cutest thing in the world, which he is. The one thing I really think he needs the most work on, so going forward, is handling. So sometimes when you pick up Bagel, see he's being real sweet right now, but sometimes you pick him up and he is like such a squirmy worm. Oh, I like this. So when he's doing this, I'm gonna reward him for being calm, right? But just daily, spend time, make sure you can hold him, take time touching his paws, his ears, his mouth, just going all over him so that he is good with being handled. When I took him to the veterinarian, they took him in the back and he started squealing and crying. And so when they came back in, I definitely asked them if they were torturing him. And they said, no, we just turned him on his back to clip his nails. And when they did that, he started screaming. So we don't want visits to the veterinarian or visits to the groomer to be scary. So just do lots of handling. Handle his paws, his ears, his mouth, pick him up. You can reward him throughout it. You can talk sweetly and calmly to him, but I would be doing that every day just so that he's used to it. You want to do everything to make it a very pleasant experience. So if you're having a hard time with that, let me know and I can show you how to maybe break it down into more baby steps to help him get it right. The other thing is I was looking over all the behaviors he's learned. One thing I wish I would have spent a little more time on is waiting at the door. So I've been asking him to stay before we go in and out of the door, but I want you to keep practicing that at home. He's really bad about trying to dart out. And of course, we would not want him darting out the front door. So practice on leash with him at all your doors and your gates, but practice doing your stays, opening the doors, closing the doors, and having him just pause before he goes out. And those are my two kind of main concerns, but everything else, he's great. He loves the other dogs. He loves people. He loves food. He loves training. He's the sweetest. Okay, so we'll start out with the cues. The first one is watch me. Watch me is fist to chin, okay? It's him giving me eye contact. So if he's looking at me, he's thinking about me. So, Bagel, watch me. Yes. You'll hear me say yes. Yes is telling him you got it right. And yes also means a treat is coming. Watch me. Yes. Now on the watch me, he does not have to sit. He's sitting because we've practiced it. I ask him to sit all the time. So it's an automatic behavior. But if he was laying down and looked at me, that would count. If he just put his head up, when I ask for watch me, I'm just asking for eye contact. Anything else is just extra. Watch me. Yes. fist to chin. This is sit. Okay, sit is palm up, palm up. Sorry, I've been talking a lot today and I keep coughing. All right. Sit. Good. Down. Down. Yes. Good boy. All right, so on the down, my goal is to be able to stand up straight and do this for down, right? Just a straight arm. I asked him to do that and he didn't, so I went ahead and helped him. So I bent over a little more, I went closer to the ground. But our end goal is to get where we can stand up straight and just say down. Good, Bagel. Good, Bagel down. Yes. Good. When I'm treating him, I'm actually putting it in between his paws on the floor. And that's just to help him like put his head down, right? To almost stay closer to the ground. Good, Bagel. Okay. All right, and then our last one is a stand. Bagel. Sit. Stand. Yes. Stand. Yes. Stand. Yes. We have not worked on stand much. It's just kind of one we throw in there. But when I'm working with him, the stand is something that can go in between a sit and a down. So Bagel, watch me. Stand. Yes. Good. Bagel, sit. Down. Stand. Stand. I would say at this point, stand probably needs to be lured. And when I say lured, that just means you put the treat in your hand and you're gonna just pull it out. Stand. Yes. Down. Watch me. Okay.